Well, as firearms seasons begin to wind down, many of us may have noticed a lack of available ammunition for our hunting rifles. However, if you do your own reloads, well, it may not be something that you have to worry about. Before firearm season for white-tailed deer began, Corey Brown showed us an efficient and effective method for sighting in a rifle. And in a year where ammunition has been difficult to come by, doing your own reloads can be a great way to offset any shortages.
Very relaxing, very rewarding to sit here and make your own ammunition, go out and shoot it, whether or not you're taking a deer with it or you're trying to shoot long range or you're shooting bench rest competitions. It's awesome to be able to make your own ammunition, go out and shoot it, and have the success that you're looking for with it.
Because not all factory ammo is going to be an ideal match, another advantage is having custom ammo to fit your rifle. Doing your own reloads allows you to find what works best.
What you'll be able to find out of hand loading your own rounds specific that will fit your gun is you can get measurements out of your rifle that a factory ammo won't be able to tell what your rifle is. Some barrels are chambered different. You got more headspace in some than you have other, and so you can fine tune that to what is supposed to fit your gun. If you can get on a reloading bench and you can set up a load for your rifle, get the consistency, get the fine tuning, getting everything down to thousandths of an inch and making sure that you're right where your gun likes it, you will see night and day difference besides something you'll be able to buy out of a box.
So what type of equipment is needed to start doing your own reloads?
You need to start with the reloading manual. Tell you all your starting information you need, from tips and tricks to rifle information, handgun information, your powders you can use, your minimum charges, your maximum charges for different bullet weights. It'll tell you your cartridge size information, and usually all sections will have a little back history about how that specific cartridge was started. You definitely are going to need some brass for the cartridge you're planning to reload. You're going to need a set of dies. You need a bullet seeder die and a resizing die. A good set of calipers, whether you use a digital caliper or a dial caliper, they're going to help you measure your overall length of your cartridge, your overall length of the cartridge with the bullet in it. And you got to have some bullets, whatever you plan on reloading. Today I'm going to use some Nosler 150 grain ballistic tips loaded up in a 308. Going to need some powder. I'm going to go ahead and use Varget, Hodgdon's Varget today. We have a chamfering and deburring tool. You can chamfer out the mouth, get some burrs going on the inside after a trim, and then deburr the outside there. Get it nice and smooth and ready and set for reloading. We have brass that's been shot before as a primer pocket cleaner. A scale, it's going to help weigh out our charge that we're going to use today. And another item we're going to use is a priming seeder tool. It's going to help put our primers into our primer pocket of our cartridge. This is a press.
Now Corey's going to run through the process.
I'm going to start out by deburring and chamfering my case mouse. My manual is telling me that for a 308 Winchester, I need to be 2.015 inches. Take my set of calipers, measure this out. I can go ahead and prime my case, stick them in my priming tool, push down, and just make sure that primer seats in there nice and flush. You don't want the primer sticking out of the bottom. In my Varget powder that I want to use, my minimum is going to be 41.4 and my maximum is going to be 44.8. Take my powder funnel, go ahead and fill my cartridge, make sure it's all dropped in, gently rest a bullet in it and set it in there. Go ahead and turn this down a little bit, start catching some threads, and I'm going to go ahead and press this up, and I'm going to screw this down until I feel a little bit of pressure seating on that bullet.
For all those do-it-yourselfers out there, making your own ammunition is not complicated. However, it can become pretty involved if you let it.
Oh, definitely. You spend a lot of time in here. You could get down to cutting grains of powder in half to make the best load you possibly can.
Throughout the process of tweaking the specs to get the best ammo possible for your needs, remember that safety should always be the first priority.
Just make sure you're looking at your manual. Make sure you're going by your minimum charge weights and your maximum charge weights. This can be a very fun and rewarding process, but it can also be very dangerous if you're not sticking to what has been set forth before you.
So as the hunting seasons wind down, now could be the perfect time to look into doing your own reloads. Although finding that perfect fit for your rifle will leave you only one person to blame should you miss that buck of a lifetime.